What is up, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Pokemon Go. In today's episode, we're talking about two brand new things that just dropped in Pokemon Go. One is the details on the hatch day for Azurill, and the other one is going to be a brand new event, Out to Play event, which I was guessing was going to be something about doggos, and I wasn't necessarily wrong. But let's go ahead and get into Azurill Hatch Day first. That's going to be on the 30th. I will probably not be participating in this event because I will be moving on that day. Yes, I'm moving. I don't know if I've said that already in a different video, but yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And at the new place, we're actually going to have access to a Pokestop right at our little apartment. So that's going to be amazing. But basically, all the hatch things. Hatch candy, hatch stardust, more frequent eggs, all that good stuff, plus increased chance of getting a shiny Azurill. Shiny Azurill and the whole family is actually a super dope shiny family. Very vibrant colors, very cool. And of course, Azumarill being just super good in Go Battle League. There will also be field research as well as a timed research and a bundle in the Pokemon Go web store. So that's cool, I guess. But mainly, hatch yourself some Azurill, maybe you get a shiny. But the other and way more interesting news is going to be the Out to Play event. And did they finally make routes good? So let's go ahead and get into this. So, of course, we have here a Hisuian Growlithe, the doggo that we were thinking about. And yes, Shiny Hisuian Growlithe is coming to Pokemon Go, which means Shiny Hisuian Arcanine is also coming to Pokemon Go if you evolve it, which is super cool. The event is going to be from the 27th through to the 2nd, which is dope. These Pokemon are appearing: Psyduck, Growlithe, regular, Onix, Eevee, Feebas, Woobat, and Palmy. Most of these Pokemon are Pokemon that you generally need to walk to evolve, so that's kind of cool. Arcanine will also be appearing in the wild, if you're lucky. So Hisuian Growlithe will be added to the 2km and 7km egg pools, which is not bad. If you're lucky, you will be able to hatch a shiny Hisuian Growlithe. So nothing about boosted shiny odds this time. Interesting. They've been really leaning into that recently, so interesting to see that they did not do that here. Event bonuses. Kecleon will be appearing at Pokestops more frequently. So that's super cool. Lots of people get stuck on that Kecleon quest during the Shiny Jirachi research. So very cool. And then 3 times XP for completing a route. It's not bad. Good incentive. Earn buddy candy faster while exploring routes with your buddy. So that's actually kind of cool, especially if you're walking a legendary or mythical Pokemon, or just a Pokemon that you want XL candy for. So that's very cool. In addition, field research tasks will have the Hisuian Pokemon, Hisuian Growlithe, Sneasel, and Quillfish, as well as Palmy. And again, I'm pretty sure most of these are Pokemon that you have to walk as your buddy before they can evolve. And then there's Quillfish, which you have to raid with. Out to Play timed research will be featuring Hisuian Growlithe, which is dope. And this time there's a $2 paid research, and this time they actually gave us a decent amount of encounters and such. Because for the Palmy research, what was it, $5 and you got 2 Palmy and barely any good items. This time, still not any good items, but 6 encounters with Hisuian Growlithe and 5 encounters with Cantonian Growlithe. So that's not bad at all. And then event bundles, there will be a Ultra Hatch bundle and a Voyager box in the in-game shop and in the Go web store. Pokestop showcases will be focusing on Growlithe and Hisuian Growlithe. So if you get some XXL or XXX, make sure to keep those. New avatar item, this absolutely hilarious Hisuian Growlithe wig. Goodness gracious, that is interesting. But the big thing, did they fix routes in this update? Because they are really honing in on these routes, especially because from the slow rollout to even when it did roll out, not everyone still could get it. Then the last update that we got, like it broke the routes like crazy. And then when you are doing routes, like I've done routes not frequently, but I've done enough where I should have encountered a Zygarde cell by now, and I still haven't. Kind of weird, kind of nuts. But they're fixing a lot of that, or fixing. We'll see. Increased route availability across the globe. What does that mean? Are they just gonna make routes easier to? I guess. Are they still rolling out with routes? Is that what that? A lower level requirement for trainers to create routes, which in and of itself is just a nightmare. But also, side note, have y'all heard what's going on with Wayfair? People are getting like completely like suspended, 30-day suspensions because they're nominating a stop and it doesn't go through. Like some crazy stuff like that. Like absolutely not touching Wayfair. Not even gonna try and nominate a stop right now. But lower level requirement for creating routes, that does not go through Wayfair, so you should be safe as far as that goes. Several quality of life improvements, including seeing more routes in the nearby menu, just dope. Directional arrows on routes, okay, and a running count of the Zygarde cells you collected in the Zygarde cube details. Was that not on there before? Okay, I haven't encountered a Zygarde cell, so I wouldn't know. In the future, trainers can expect routes to continue springing up around the world as more are approved. In addition, you can look forward to the following changes. More trainers will be able to create routes. Trainers will be able to find Zygarde cells more often while exploring routes. A new notification will be available to inform trainers when there are routes nearby, and various quality of life improvements. Now, in the past, this always meant like interesting things in like the APK and like things are being worked on in the background, including like random other things being added to the game when they say this key phrase. So hopefully we'll see like maybe some roaming legendaries while on routes or something like that. I think the big thing here is going to be probably the directional arrows on the routes. Like that way you don't get confused while you're on the route, like which way am I supposed to go. This way it's just like, okay, you go this way. Especially for some routes that aren't like you can go either way. So that's going to be really good, as well as like seeing more routes around you instead of just like the several that are there. So maybe like a further like zoomed out version. And eventually, this whole more Zygarde cells is going to be the best thing. But that's going to be looked forward to in the future kind of section. I would have loved to see like if in this event that's like about routes, if they increase Zygarde cells for this event. But I guess we'll see that in the future. It is definitely a very interesting kind of like theme, like them trying to really push these routes. Hopefully in the future, we will be able to have more to do with the routes, because right now they're kind of lackluster. The Pokemon that do appear are infrequent and kind of, again, lackluster. They're not like the best. If they can add like roaming legendaries like as a small chance, kind of like with the daily incense, would be super cool. Or even getting the Galarian birds in the same deal, like that'd be not bad. Or like there are plenty of other roaming legendaries like Latios, the legendary beasts. Like kind of adding those guys in as like a rare like opportunity would be super cool, and a lot of people would do routes more often if that were the case. I think also maybe adding like other interesting like rare Pokemon like maybe Meltan or Gimmighoul would be super cool. But right now, the things to look forward to are going to be Shiny Hisuian Growlithe. Like, who doesn't like a good shiny doggo? And of course, Azurill hatch day, which is also going to be super cool. And maybe we can sneak out of the move for like an hour to go get some eggs or something. But that is going to be it for today's episode. If you did like it, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the series, please subscribe. And as always, God bless, and see you for another episode of Pokemon Go.